Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, now Facebook, YouTube, and also we website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We where they bring the program come to you this morning. My name is Khadija Bangura.
And me na Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Today is Thursday, February 1st, 2024. And inside this edition of the Breakfast Show, with theme na transportation, with a special focus on the 50 new Waka Fine bus them with the plan on Freetown.
Well, for if we look at how far them 50 new bus here, where they on free test run now, don't they go waiting at some of the success and challenges them, especially for passenger them, we don't they use this bus. We go get update from the transport consultant for the Metro Transport Company Limited, when are they in charge of them particular bus here. Well, for if we talk about this topic this morning at the studio, we want to welcome Anthony H. Lincoln, when a media coordinator. He comes out from the Civil Society Coalition on Accountability and Service Delivery. Good morning, Anthony, and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning, viewers, and thanks for having me.
All right. Well, we go also talk to Victor Akomengot, we're in at the Transport Consultant and Chairman, Board of Directors, Metro Transport Company Limited. Instead, go join me at the studio this morning, and also you go hear from passenger them. Where don't they use them 50 bus here so far? Waiting and think about them bus here. Waiting at some of the challenge them where they don't they get.
Alright, we continue with the show, but before we can look at the issue of transportation, when I know we came for this morning, let me quickly look at other issue. First, Society President Dr. Julius Madabio don't say in government they put policy in place for letting go address illegal mining in the country. Well, President Bio talked this way even they opened the 5th legislature of ECOWAS Parliament seminar on the theme illegal mining and its implications in the ECOWAS region. Alhassan Kurumana will reporter immediately and Igona reports.
Wednesday, January 31st this year, President Biobin officially launched the 5th legislature of the ECOWAS Parliament seminar na Freetown. Who said the theme for the seminar na illegal mining, but some implication where illegal mining get to member system na ECOWAS. Honorable Mohamed Tunis, na the speaker for the ECOWAS Parliament.
To give attention to the region's mining sector. As an example, nearly 80% of mining in northwest Nigeria is being carried out illegally, which has increased conflict since 2014, spreading across Kaduna, Katsina, Kebbi, and Zamfara states. Referring to the contribution of the mining sector to the GDP of some member states, the ECOWAS Vision 2050 document indicates that Ghana benefits 7.5%, Burkina Faso 10.2%, Cote d'Ivoire 4%, while Nigeria receives only 9%.
From the figure where the speaker for the ECOWAS Parliament Dongi, it shows say illegal mining na concern na the West African region, where this make the head of ECOWAS delegation of members of the ECOWAS Parliament, Honorable Veronica Kadisise, been called on the ECOWAS body for look inside this issue and for fair way address them.
As this section delves into identifying the scope and actors and diverse effects of illegal mining, I have the fervent hope that this House will establish strategies to combat illegal mining. I hope that ECOWAS Parliament will be able to introduce regulatory instruments to enforce regulations and build institutional capacity to curtail illegal mining activities.
Inside in address for Seka this seminar na Freetown, the President Julius Madabio been start for talk about how illegal mining and trafficking of mineral bad for the region.
I'm particularly pleased to preside over the opening of the ECOWAS Parliament's first parliamentary seminar for 2024 and the last in the tenure of the 5th legislature. The theme of this August gathering, illegal mining and its consequences in the ECOWAS region, is indeed timely. Illegal mining and trafficking in precious minerals negatively impact peace, stability, security, development, governance, the rule of law, the environment, and the economy.
President Julius Madabio continues to say illegal mining framework now one where it encourage all member states them for work towards.
Peace development programs to provide viable alternatives to those involved in illegal mining. However, we recognize that no single country can address this complex issue alone. We must work hand in hand with our regional partners, sharing best practices, intelligence, and resources to combat illegal mining across borders effectively. The ECOWAS Parliament plays a crucial role in facilitating such cooperation, and I urge member states to strengthen their commitment to collective action.
President end up for say, I feel proud of all the effort and development in them where the ECOWAS speaker Sidi Tunis don't make na the ECOWAS Parliament. The ECOWAS Parliamentary Seminar will continue so till February 8th this year. Outside member states then will talk on issues them where they affect illegal mining na the different country them and make recommendation them where go help tap illegal mining na this sub-region. For Liberty Online TV, Al Hassan Kouma, the report.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
The program we still watch, now the breakfast show. They come to you live from Liberty Online TV, na Facebook, YouTube, and also na our website. But if you watch it, share the program so that more people go be part of the conversation this morning. And today we dey assess the 50 new waka fine bus them where government bring for ease transportation business na the country from where they don't begin do the test run to now. Waiting at some of the challenges them and success them of them bus here. Now all that we'll go talk this morning. If you get concerned for sake of the bus them, send them through the comment section at any of the platform them where they watch with this morning. Well, earlier we introduced with studio guest them Tona, and on the line from the United Kingdom, I want to welcome Victor Mengot na the program in a transport consultant and chairman for the board of directors for Metro Transport Company Limited, when then they in charge of them boss here, the partner with government and other stakeholder them na the transport sector. Good morning, Victor, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning. I don't know if now maybe I'll catch that, but he will clarify that. And
all right, would they try forget Victor from the United Kingdom. We will get later on the program, but first, before we come talk about some of the challenge and success them where we get for Seka the Waka Fine Bus them. We report Mohamed Kamara been go yesterday na some parts them na Freetown outside them bus here the pass and talk to passenger and driver them we don't begin get access to them bus there. So outside them is concern but some of the routes them where the Ministry of Transport and other stakeholders then say them for the use. Mohamed Kamara gets more and he go now report.
Hello viewers, today we come na Regent Road. Also we there for can talk to drivers them for sound and views. But until we waiting at them concerns with regards to this new busway government don't carry it. As we know say the bus then we don't start operations and government we don't make them very clear say 3 days day way the bus then go apply the streets of Freetown we go be free of cost. We passengers are not go pay anything at all. And the drivers them we come for talk to them because we don't notice say queues in the day right now. Cut across the country in different parts them they would only see some kind of traffic where they go on different routes them where they are located in the commercial drivers them or commercial vehicles them for ply. So today we come na Regent Road Park. Also plenty drivers in there and also this park where passengers and load for go that the far west the likes of Lumley, Aberdeen and other areas in the western.
Driver. So them both also they come, we glad we didn't come. But all man for one. According to you, so they run, so all they run, but they say we for pass up the hill. So not almost carry we pass up the hill.
So before this time, who sound have been on the run before this time?
You just go Lumley.
No, I mean the route one have been done the use for go Lumley.
Nah, Wilkins Road.
Wilkins
Go
Road.
across Abadi Road, Wilkins Road, I don't go pass.
So whose route say now then say
Now they say we pass Sport Wood. Which station? I matter, I don't go pass. So not all motor go pass, not all motor get upgrade for pass day.
So whose concerns you get about that sport would they say for use? That the road not fine or not get any
We
concern?
go find out the ill the ill day. So some motor in all like gens good. Some motor no get better certificate. So the road fine but no go pass day. So we say always for pass, I don't for pass. So I make the passenger they all get they suffer. They suffer for transport.
Well, actually, right now we dey suffer with the strain, with the drivers with the strain actually. You understand? Well, the strain also gets concerning this new bus, then carry this new bus. You understand? And fine, we're happy for Papa government. You understand? But like the routes them where they say we get overtake. Some of the motor car they drive now, all motor car them. You understand? Not all motor car will pass. Now the routes them where they say we for pass. So we dey talk to Papa government. They are. Yes, the idea is fine. Then you boss there so that Papa government go sorry for we, the drivers them, so that we go able to get to daily bread. You
so
see?
from Musa Yuki drive from whose point to whose point you can stop?
Well, before I be the drive from Regent Road here to Wilkins Road, I use Antego Lumley. So now they say I for use the bypass, you take up Hill Station, or neither you take Morrington, which is it's so difficult for me. So
the concern what you get is it that the route sending a far and fight they say and say long or not the route they not fine?
Well, the road are fine, but the distance, then too the passengers and the strain. Some man outside the candle, if the road divert we so, not so them they pass. So you see, this all carry the constraint. I appreciate government much for them bus where they count. Understand? But the only problem from Pakaba itself, they don't count 150 bus. You know, one day divide passenger, one day divide road. And next don't count 100 bus, we all are the same road they use. That no one day happy. But then let 10 bus will come, then divide with the send up the hill. Somehow they send up the hill, somehow break no better. Look at how happy. Oh, bro, motka break fail like keep some book them up the hill. So many say government, I beg, make them do all like that and copy them and do it. They all one the same way. What's time reach? They man survive.
Yeah, but some
let's claim because why? Because I get not almost can claim they learn. Because from now to now, now Wilkins go all blacks use up to this time. But let's say can't divide me. Look at people in the strain. All over people in the strain. The other who they strain. Look some most car and park and they run. So up and they suffer.
No problem. Everybody with them. But the only problem with the money with the driver then, we must get get into new motor old motor there. They didn't allow no run now pass the Wilkins Road. And that in the way instead of pass now by force and then a quick break down left motor. And now we don't go to passenger, so passenger, you never claim the hill. And in case now, if you run on the hill, break go left you. The more accident they occur at the road. So they are who they beg by government. Let give you chance. Let we run. We shall to run back again.
So the lots of transport issue when we can see as now with the passenger with the strain. So also the Wilkins Road where they stop the put then, where they not go pass the. I don't owe me 10,000. If they count me turn, it's there for return me back. But now. So the motor and everybody they strive for say no motor no dey because they say the motor for pass uphill. Any driver who can for cars, they say you know they go. And the driver they the car now, everybody strive for call for by force. It's like me 5,000 when me own now for let go to me normally. If they go left me off by force, I go get transport. A lot of motor they also the driver they get you not going to run up that hill. So we have safety. So we have safety as passenger. If you go up by force. You run down, they can run down there. Not to almost carry the passenger. So we dey beg to Papa government say, make you let the driver then. That you price the count. So the commercial you present. Who don't go inside the bus? They go inside. Who don't go inside the product? They go inside.
Me pikin wey dey can school na tongue, I can load by then hour they have for go na all say go take lesson. But now motor no dey. All the days are with the suffer. Now
what if you say na the problem we make motor no dey now?
Because government say the product not for pass now Wilkins Road. And we not pass with the suffer. Not all we all not able for go down bus station. Like this week, I know able left you one go for go bus station. Pass a car load up make you go. Now us and injunction they left for echo back you don't go down for go taking lesson. So we dey beg Papa government. Make them see to we. This is the suffer. Not even the driver they suffer. We the passenger they will suffer. There then car for car help we. And this say they suffer. And they not enough for we. We not gonna let this small pikin for go left on a post station. Why I go book left I go back na me table for go do me business. So I don't know go for tell Papa government.
First of all, we want to thank the president and the entire government of Sierra Leone for bringing these such things come at this country again for law able for know about government buses. Now the last time the great change we making see like today from yesterday. Yesterday some of the buses that where they run when they verge between other different locations. So then they come middle town now and they call for Waterloo because they don't see government bus. Okay. So their lifestyle don't begin change. That's one great impact where the government bus don't bring. Even like today, then they go park closer to the bus and they call on a kind inside 5 news. Tomorrow na the last day for the free. We say well, okay, we are ready. If it is not free or neither free, we are going to pay because I need my comfort. And the bus is very comfort for the people of this country. Yes. Yeah, because this type of initiative by Virgin taking the another routes, for say all other old buses should use to the old road. We are looking at it anyway. The government get for looking inside because not to everybody can't take the bus when at 10 lanes. Okay. So you get for look inside and look into the affairs of these other buses where they've been on the run from different locations.
For now, you know, see anything will start newly, it must get more difficulty. So when you get for used to the system will make it easy for you. But for now, you know, anything where you do in this world, it must get aims and objective, it get advantage and disadvantage. Sure. So if you they look say the advantage boku, you say this na so no, you get for wait let's see how the progress they go. Through how the progress they go, now you go know say this thing will be successful or not go be successful.
So how they look at the timeliness of the bus?
No, the bus they come very fast. Okay. They come very fast. The bus they come very fast.
Now on the second, people they begin paying at them bus there. I'm looking at the price when at 10,000, you know, all loans where people they begin pay.
Yeah.
What can I take with regards to that amount there?
Well, me don't take to that regards the government need for come inside. Why I'm mentioning for come inside? Because some people they tell we say the tickets now for the 24 hour. If not for the 24 hour, the price is nice. Okay. But if not for the 24 hour, the price is not nice.
You are watching Liberty Online TV.
We continue with the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. Today na the program where they look at the 50 new Waka Fine bus them where the Ministry of Transport and other stakeholders them be introduced for citizens them for make them they use. But from where they don't begin do this free test and officially people go begin pay tomorrow for load na them bus here. So plenty concern don't they come out from some of the drivers them and also passenger them way don't they use this bus as you don't watch from that clip day where we just play. Well, for can see how the stakeholder them we get and by this Waka Fine bus they plan for address some of them challenge here. All that they go know this morning. But make sure so you share the program so that more people go join the conversation and get for learn plenty in them body Waka Fine bus them.
Well, we continue with the breakfast show and we've been telling earlier say we get on the line Victor Akomegot, we na transport consultant and also chairman for the board of directors them na Metro Transport Company where they operate the Waka Fine bus here. Well, we go back on the line for get time before we come to the other studio guest when Anthony H. Lincoln. Let me go back to Victor. Good morning again, Victor, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning. Good morning. It's nice to be here. Talk to people and explain a lot of the way I don't hear, especially with the passengers them and the drivers them.
Waka Fine bus them. Waiting on your role.
Okay. Now let's explain to people how we come inside. Bus, the Road Transport Corporation, government formed them as far back as 1964. So they get a role where they are regulator, they also an operator, then they advise government. So in other words, the government boss them, they compete with the other private sector, when 90% are them. So when we do the reform, we look at the regulation and the institution. So we decide, say, with government, say, you can forget a new body where they regulate all forms of public transport, when at the Salion Public Transport Authority. Yeah, decided the routes, them we did negotiate, and we discuss for say, let we us. What can I tell people them? not to a stranger or other thing. We discussed her for a long. All the stakeholders have been there. We get Motor Drivers Union. We get 40% shares. 30% shares. We get Pura and bus operators. We get 40% shares. We get passenger welfare. We get 15%. Then we get 5% from KK Union. Then 10% will be not give to a private sector. But we don't review and we get other people that will invest. So we now, the car with form of management, me a transport consultant, and I've been there in the planning as one of the consultant them with the company where government will bring come for help manage this process. We're a UK company. And I'm very familiar with Sierra Leone. I go there for the last 3-4 years. I go there, who side they call Long Bench. I get discussion with the union them, with the passenger welfare. So not to say a new thing. So overall, we they get contract from give it performance. We get for meet them performance in terms of the timing and the run. Maintenance, day inside. If we never meet we target, we will get financial penalties. So that is our, now we all hold down on this old worker fine business. It is the best display of local content policy.
Make mention say you be done the day part of the meetings then where them be the whole ahead of the introduction of the worker fine bus them. One major concern we don't come out since the bus then begin run gets to do with the idea of diverting the other public transportation then we been already done in existence before the bus. Also this idea of diversion come from?
Okay. Also, what's happening, as we say, and there is thing what they discuss. Now what they test, they run them. We get routes them. If you look at the notice where government put out, Wilkinson Road, you get restriction during peak hours. What are they called peak hour? Now the time where all man they go, where it means 6 o'clock in the morning to 9:30 in the morning peak. Then in the evening at 4 to 8. So during that peak hours, because that dual carriageway, you get the Wakafine bus, then they didn't at the capside lane, the other traffic, they na the other lane. So that was the original plan. So with waiting to happen now, we'll divert them bus they are, when a government diverts them or the enforcement, we see say, we don't listen to the driver the concern, we go review them. And what's going to happen when the public transport authority come up, when they operate, then driver when they talk, so they all get for apply for their route license. So we're going for look at who do they get license for run along Wilkinson Road, and you get for meet particular standard, and then they will go consider the mix up. For now, let it be away. You understand? It also show the concern where people and they talk about the difference. So 5 million, this, that. Which you they pay 10 million for, you they pay for speed, you they pay for convenience, they pay for comfort. So here themselves, they say the driver say now all bus they get. So then cost them very low. And then say them bus then they some of them get brake failure and then are old bus and able claim. So government be very tolerant for get them. If we want to put the rules strictly, most of them go there out of business. And the union, now part of the business, both the drivers union and the Poda and bus operators union or association.
About inclusivity earlier on, and now based on concern them where driver they only bring so far, I guess you watch the video of the driver them where we just play, it shows say they not be ever the part of them decision they are so now at the early stage of the planning, because according to them not only first 10 this government don't bring bus, but they not ever pull them at the lane where they don't be where they be done they use for pass. The bus then they pass, then self they pass with them motocar them. How now arrive at this conclusion will make the driver, and there is a lot of concern, and sometimes last week they even threatened say they go strike.
Okay, let me make one particular observation. When we start this project, it start 2019. We get people that will call state actors and non-state actors. Drivers union, then president and then people them, they've been there all throughout the consultation. We consult them, we show them the routes, we even do pilots. Now that same Wilkins Road, they were part of it. The problem is there's a lack of communication between the union management and the members. If anybody tell me we can challenge them, because they attend meeting virtually with the World Bank people them. Then me self the good
area of communication where they talk on Monday when I be the official launch of them Waka Fine Bus here. We been talk to the drivers union president. We be there with at the studio. We say it don't carry in union member they along. It don't explain to them every decision where una as stakeholder them they make for let them be informed. So outside the lack of miscommunication come out.
Well, this is a test case. If inside don't explain to owners them and he was part of the planning, now we get in, then they tell we different story. Say they're not aware, they were not consulted, they were not part of it. So this is clear evidence, say more sensitization and awareness within the union get for take place. And also the government they do a lot of sensitization, but we get for look at it. We listened to the director yesterday where he said go bring civil society. We plan for get community engagement. We plan for get radio and like so and myself now part of it. So now that's not the issue. So with any new project, the communication strategy get for be very good. You get for get your target audience. You get for know what you talk to them and how you relate to them. So the drivers union themselves, how then they operate, then get. I don't work with them. I know them because then get east, central, west, and rural. So now then self for go na then spark then they go talk to the members and explain something to them. But then route here, we they review them. They were not going to be permanent. But even if we allow some drivers themselves, now Wilkins Road, some puda them, they go for meet strict standards in terms of the quality of the vehicles and also not to all now go allow. Because when the regulator come, people then go for apply for their route license. And when they apply for a route license, you get for meet certain condition. Safety, insurance, na key people, na key thing. Most of them vehicle here, where people in the talk, na third party insurance, right? So if you want to get them fine, we concerned about people that will they protect. If you get accident, who that go pay? Where you go na them boss, then where they go pay 5,000. Now, if you get accident, no problem. So what thing that you say, cheap is very expensive. So now that I get for say.
About sensitization, very lacking in this entire communication strategy we get for do the Waka Fine bus them. I should say from where them bus they also begin ply the streets of Freetown. You don't follow the social media. There's a lot of confusion among citizens them, especially the one we get for do with the 10,000 loan fare. Some man they say now for 10 hours, some people get the beliefs now for 24 hours. How exactly these payments they work, Victor?
Okay, the payments, I can tell people them, government don't put out a press release for clear out this doubt. We get two corridors there. You get the Western corridor, and I can give people in the route because I know them. The Western corridor, they start from Lumley, when I phase one. It go through Wilkinson Road, Congo Cross, Main Motor Road, Brookfields, Savage Street, Sanders Street, Shakasibin Street. You get one way they go down Portney Street, then after that way they go hospital. Then you get the other way they go down the street, where then they go at the central bus station. Right. So now that's not the route, not the western region. So what it means is that if you pay you 10,000, right, that is what people they talk them, what they look at. Regardless of who stop, the man where they stop in between the routes, they pay the same price like the man where they go full throughout the route from point A to point B, right? So in other words, pole to pole, na 10,000, and a one-way fare, not to for say, as people and they say, you get for use a whole day. The same na the Eastern Corridor, we start from Central Bus Station.
Victor, for better understanding, for example, if I pay 10,000 from Lumley for Canatong, where I reach Usa, they go and can down the bus, that 10,000 they not valid again the ticket if I want for use and back for go?
In fact, you not go get the ticket safe now initially, because the way we do the ticket, yeah, when you go inside the bus, you get two sides. For the time being, because eventually we get electronic tickets. We conductor no day. Now we get conductor. We cut the tickets. It give you half the intake half for the other half for accountability purpose. So once that ticket you don't use them, you know they use and shoot them. If you want go back now, a different ticket you get forget.
All right. Well, Victor will continue for the line. We will. You forget more updates regarding the Waka Fine Boss them where they out now. Well, we kind of the studio now to the other studio guests. We na Anthony H. Lincoln in a media media coordinator for Civil Society Coalition on Accountability and Service Delivery. We just don't hear it from Victor, we na transport consultant and they're in charge for the operations of the Waka Fine Boss them. But earlier we be also hearing from people them we don't get experience, don't ride the bus, and serve people them where the bus services they affect, where most of them na drivers them. As a civil society person, where they talk on accountability and service delivery. Firstly, what do they go through your mind where people be raise concern, especially drivers them where concern say there is a diversion, everybody not gets access to the roads, and right now with the new bus here the road.
So thank you very much. One thing I want to bring to the notice of the transport union or to the ministry. Of course, yesterday my colleague Saul Amin within AYV, and we register with dissatisfaction as civil society, because you know only bring civil society when there are issues, because we don't advocate on behalf of the citizens for let government try for improve on the transport sector, because as civil society one of the role will serve as a bridge between the people and government. They will also advocate on behalf of the people, you see. So we have a very close party to the Ministry of Transport. Initially, we were only part of the discussion around this transport issue, but unfortunately, they left it out sometime as the process go.
But
you see,
just talk,
yes,
part and parcel of every conversation.
A mention say, civil society talks say they need to be involved in terms of sensitization. We now one thing my colleague mentioned yesterday, right? So before this time, we go on meetings, we do part of discussions, but when we come out towards this transport issue, those decisions and what they take, so like in terms of the route issues, right? In terms of cost, we were not involved. You see?
What do you think?
Yes.
The response and comments and
drivers
and don't they make towards that?
Like I wanna say they do our own discussions. We self they move around, they gather information from people. In terms of the issue here, people don't raise a lot of concerns, not so even like diversion, right? One of the issues then people that raise in terms of the cost of this new bus, when some people look at it and say, well, they don't even make the private sectors them, they don't even add on the transport cost. Someone will take 5,000 now, we make 10,000 because government bus na 10,000. This diversion issue, it really creates some problem. One, it causes a lot of traffic. Two, people are really strain. Even this morning, I moved from Aberdeen for Kaya. It's a big challenge.
Are the bus you take?
No, I take taxi later on. I even come down and take Okada, because you see a lot of people, you see transport they move. So this diversion issue, now a concern from citizens then, the drivers, the passengers. We really advocate as civil society for the government look into this wire, because we as a civil society now really advocate on behalf of the people, and we bring the voice of the people to government. You see?
Where this conversation on them 50 Waka Fine bus here so begin, the ministry wants you them they try for push to the citizen them now that then they bring them bus here so for make transportation very easy for citizens them and lift the burden, expensive transportation, because we all know say anytime fuel go up, driver themselves they put fuel price. But with the confusion and plenty concern we don't they come out from the passenger them, the private driver themselves, we don't they use the motor car as the means for get the money for take care of themselves and their family. Now basically then they raise concern say with the introduction of them bus here so they don't they come out of job. Passenger themselves they struggle for get transportation. You think say the government don't able for achieve their main aim when are for ease transportation burden on the citizen them?
Well, this bus will come, I see and say one, of course, it is the transportation burden, right? But as the consultant mentioned, director also mentioned, an eye test case. So it really good for them to listen to the views of the people, right? Because one, the 50 buses them, it creates a lot. One, it creates job opportunities. Then of course it will ease transportation burden, right? But they need for review certain things then, because if they divert other buses then, the private buses then are other different locations. Well, that also will cause the transportation problem, because not all man will be for go that route where they don't divert. You see, so this bus where they don't divert, the diversion of those buses here, government really need to look into that one day, because let it not be you want to solve a problem, then the problem still remains, or you can't solve a problem, then the problem increase. You see, so now so people they look at them now. Yes, the bus don't come, it's a laudable venture, we government don't take. But similarly, then diversion here don't also create some problems. A lot of people they strain, people they late for go work, students they late for go school. You see, you get increase in the cost of transportation, the private sector. So people look at it and say, okay, government reduce your own cost, then you will force the private sector for also reducing cost. Or vice versa, you give equal opportunity, wherein you run you at 10 leons, this person run you at the cost you want. You don't want comfort, you go to the comfort zone. You don't want to take this, you take them. Because I believe say we all nobody even want comfort. Why you left Pambody? You go rent very good furnished house. You go now upgrade because you want comfort. Why you left Okada? You buy luxurious car.
Anthony, these 3 days, because today for me the last day for the test run, because according to the way we talked to the Minister of Transport, it make and clear say these 3 days so then they use for do free test run now for able for identify the problems and let them able for tackle them at a very early stage. You think say government don't miss them already?
No. Government don't miss them it, right? I believe say this is a listening government. Now government will care for the people. Now government will they listen to concern of people. I believe say all these 3 days, 4 days, now for let really know, forget reality before the boss they begin wrong. How people do they feel? This coming of this boss here, how it will solve problems of the people, how it will contribute for improve on the transport sector. So then issues that they come up are really timely. So government will not say yes. We need to look around the issue of diversion. We need to look around the issue of cost, right? Because now there are 2 key things that they play: diversion and cost. When you look at the video, people they advocate for a fair play. That is what the concern of people. They want a fair play. Okay, it can still remain 10,000 leons. Would I want to join the government bus? We're very comfortable with ultra-modern facilities. They have Wi-Fi.
The question now is,
yes,
Anthony, in as much as they talk about all the facility them where the government waka find bus then get, but as a government, if you want to reduce burden on the citizen, why you own transportation for be expensive than the other people within the private sector, where for be a competition, if for be a level playing field?
Well, when you listen to the director yesterday, they justify why the cost they attend. Okay, of course, the people they advocate, because like I say, a civil society, we're not a bridge between government and the people. We take the voice of the voiceless, we make sure they reach to government, right? So the people that advocate for let the price will calm down. Okay, so in this kind of issue, government is a listening government. I believe say it want to solve the problem of the people. So it don't hear the cry of the people. Now it tests services again now. Right. They can go and watch. Yes, the people they cry. They say the price boku. Perhaps government will listen to that and see how adjustment can happen. They don't listen to the issue of diversion. They can also look into it and see how that can solve. And I believe say if there are issues here, if government look into them, the people will be so happy.
All right, Anthony, continue for the with we at the breakfast show. In case you just tune in, you dey watch the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, and Facebook, YouTube, and also now we website. Well, members say yourself for the watch we get responsibility for support Liberty Online TV. For now, continue for bring on current news and also factual information them, but the latest happening them na salon. So where they watch we, don't forget say you for support we by way how you for like we page, share the page to friends and family them, so then save good day part of the discussion every morning where we get with breakfast show and other programs that will they get throughout the day. If they watch we through YouTube, where you come now for press the subscribe button and press the post notification bell so that anytime you come online, you go know say Liberty Online TV don't come online. We continue with the breakfast show.
And we go back to Victor, we na transport consultants, and also now then they in charge for operates the Waka Fine Boss here, as it is still with we na the breakfast show this morning for talk about the role where then they play in all of this. Over to you again, Victor. As you been make mention earlier when you begin talk, you say you want for clear the air regarding so many things that we don't hear since the introduction of the 50 new Waka Fine Bus them been begin on Monday. But let me start first with the one we go for do again with the transportation. Before we begin get issues for connection at the line, you better respond to the payment of the 10,000. So not to true say na 10,000 people they pay for the whole day for use the bus them.
No, not so true. 10,000 na a one-way journey na a flat rate. And then they cover the Western Corridor from Lumley to go Central Bus Station, regardless of who side they stop and Kandom. The one that we go profit, now the one that we get convenience, when that would they look more, now the one that we they travel from point A to point B, which is from Lumley to Central Bus Station. Because before you get people there, if you want travel, let me dispel and meet with people and they say, me don't get Freetown, me a transport person. Sometimes the way they come out Lumley for Kandom inside Freetown, you can get for take 2 or 3 transport. So you go get one way go take you from Lumley, Calefin, Kogo Cross, you go get for take keke or bike, you pay another price. So that inconvenience there of interchange. Now we don't stop. We're very convenient. The same with Eastern. Okay, let me tell people how we get this price. Because when they fix fares, you therefore look at what you call the fixed cost, when are the office cost of the operator, in vehicle registration, the insurance, the staff cost. Then you get what you call variable cost, when are overheads, when are fuel, lubricants, maintenance. Don't therefore think about maintenance cost, right? Then also replacement cost, because the vehicle they deteriorate. So also from this price we'll get, we don't calculate, say, now government they give them bus here at a reasonable rate on a contract leasing basis, lease purchase. So me can assure people and say, within, this is not just phase 1. Phase 2, we will be within the next 2 years, 2 to 3 years, we extend the Lumley end to number 2 and the Eastern end to Dewey. We will get for bring another 50 buses. So for let the whole corridor operates the 2 sides, we need about 150 buses. And we get for invest. Government and the good money, we get for negotiate with the bank. So imagine if we get 150 buses, now that main corridor day, where they take up to 70 passenger. Look at how then they go east transportation. But then I wear two hats as a consultant and also mission as Sierra Leone. And I don't do in the transport field for 46 years and don't work in 25 African countries. So I know. I go ask the way the civil society man say, government will consider that. It will listen to them, we will look at the routes, because it's public transport authority, now they come, now for this all the different routes there. And people are just focus on this one route. There are so many routes. This is for the first time, government, the authority, we map out the whole of Western region and get boku routes there.
Of misinformation they out there concerning them bus there. So among the misinformation there, so now the ownership of the bus them, because where this bus conversation be start, we've been talk to the communications specialist from the urban resilience program, where according to them bus here na $50 million grant government gets from the World Bank, where them bus here they part of the traffic lights them where they install now, and serve the corridor them for the bus station them where they don't fix na significant places them na Freetown. And the bus then all day inside this $50 million grant. So how una can inside, how Metro can inside? Now una get the bus them or una they work for government?
Okay, let me explain how Metro can inside, because I don't depend the project for almost 4 years, right? When we look at it, we say, let we consider the corridor they will talk. We do a survey of almost operator than the run day in terms of the Poda that exist in Poda. We know say some of them will be displaced. And for that no losses, now make sure we contact the union they inside it. So members then at the union then can contribute and get buy shares in the boss them, and then go pay them dividend. Right? So now we start for say, okay, rather than bring, because government look at other options there. They can go, then look at other country them, other international operator them. We go can run boss them, bring their own new boss, right? But we want for empower, we want salon people them. Not for just say no more. So what I go say, let me make a short. The boss them, they were financed by World Bank as part of this 50 million. The total cost, what I will call from manufacturing to transshipment to insurance to clearance for the 50 bus them, now approximately $7.5 million. So then they're in the custody of the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority. So now them they manage the bus, right? But then decide say the private sector, when are the stakeholders and we've been there from the beginning. Now they come together and form Metro company and get shares. So I can repeat them. We get drivers union, 30%. Poda and bus owners, 40%. Passenger welfare, 15%. Keke union, 5%. Then the rest na private people. But let make it clear. Them people themselves, right now, then
are them private people there?
These are logistics
shares.
Company called, okay, we got a company called Freetown. We're a logistics company. Now people that we already get logistics and transport business. Now they buy the shares. Because let me tell people how Metro go ahead. Because even the union, the way they make noise, all them people and they, right? Up to now, they're not paid in full allocation of shares. So we go get for look for money, and we at Metro get for tell the government say for the next 3 months, we able meet all the costs, operational costs, fuel costs, salary costs. So we get all that, some of them shares there. We get people that we tell, we say the one kind side. Within a week, we raise 75, we raise about $75,000, yeah, out of the money we need. For later in the day, so go on, so we're not going to even get loan. So you see, we the God is self-financing. Government they put money there, but we as Metro, government give us standards them. performance standards. People then go pay we. Which
I understand your explanation clearly now that government they do business with owner the private sector where they ask una for can buy shares and they part of the boss management.
That's definitely the case. So even some of the people then where they when are the manager where they run the buses now ex Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation people. So not for saying that people will not get experience. So because in a new system, right? Me, when I've been part of the consultancy and we don't advocate for transport in so many, they say we need somebody will get experience, we get expertise. So all the stakeholders them, now then call me for that be the chairman of the board. I not get shares there, and I know they get salary for Metro. All me work what they do, now pro bono. I know nobody know they pay me. I do consultancy. When I do consultancy contract, if I say I want charge, people will say it's ridiculous. You know more than a pay World Bank consultant. I don't be consultant for EU and everything. What I'm doing is giving my own service back to the country and making sure this is run properly. And World Bank, when they give the money, they interview we as Metro. We send the CV of all the people that way there that we top management. And they look at it, they say, well, these are people who are qualified and experienced for run the service. So that is how it was done.
Them, especially of drivers them where we don't they ply with the larger population where not able to afford maybe the 10,000 where government boss then they take. At this stage, possibility they follow and reverse that decision of diversion and allow everybody for use the same road, or get money for use government bus can pay, or get a normal fare, take poda but use the same routes because everybody entitled to the routes?
Well, in fact, let me make one thing clear to the operator here. Now, any side, you get for look at demand and supply. You get for look at origin and destination. So even when they talk, sir, with a review, but under the new system, the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority were created by an act of parliament. When they regulate every operator, whether you get one bus or you get two bus or you get for apply for route license and operator license. So let us say we go still get people them where meets the criteria. When the Public Transport Authority come in full, they will operate from Wilkinson Road when they talk. That are enough. But for do that, not to all my will allow for body. You get for meet particular standards. And during peak hours, we will restrict your movement because na dual carriageway. Right? So now what I mean dual carriageway na 2 lane. So during peak hours, the morning peak hour repeats from 6 to 9:30, evening from 8 to 4. You go get for use the other lane when even the private motorists that they use. You not get for use the fast lane where the bus they use. So because during morning peak, now 15 minutes headway, we now every 15 minutes, right? Then when off peak, now 25 to 30 minutes. So during that off peak, the one that we meet the criteria for operate on that route, that leg, then you use either lane.
Start. We interview somebody from the Ministry of Transport. We take we through how them bus here get for operate. One of the things that we stand out now that each passenger go get access to in card, just like waiting when they use in London, the Oyster card. Wait time reach, you go, you top your Oyster card. You not get business with no conductor now for just swipe your card, you enter. Now the bus they don't begin operate. That particular aspect they missing. Just the same style you need for go buy bus tickets before you can show the conductor a chair half, you the passenger all half. Corruption get for inside in terms of the management of the funds. What happen with the aspect of the card missing in this bus discussion what they talk about now?
Okay, let me explain. Government put them out to tender with the World Bank supervision. So now international tender. So we get a company where win the tender, where they negotiate. So the boss then for remember say they manufacture in India. So then company they they not actually order all the equipment there where they did on the bus, where they do like tap on for like deduct am. So they not carry it because they get for do am for the specification of we own country. They get for program am. So Mickey assure people and say, even the director don't say, by March, the bus then go get their that machine readable verification day, we go tap on and go inside without any conductor. Eventually, obviously, we don't even get
a rush for launch the bus them, where all the components they way for make them very easy, cashless for reduce corruption, and are not able to forget all it. Why the rush for launch the bus them?
Well, governments get in timetable. People then for realize say when we start this project in 2019, a whole year been there will not be able to get activities. Even me we been there and not be able to travel in 2020 because of COVID. Right? The other thing then, so some of the delay come up. So and we know always say with anything like you get everything according to plan. Like I give you an example, we get a brand new terminal, bus terminal alumni. That is under construction. And all that they go done soon. Right? So this time we say, oh, try and get a teething problem. Like what I tell you, so the cashless system within March, it go down the operate. You know, and the other thing I will tell people them, look and say, when they say free, all man want go up on the bus then, right? So then they obviously the demand higher than what will be predicted to the planner. But when the bus begin on with people and they pay, I can assure with people and they say it go go smoothly because we'll get a system where it go to stop na the bus. Eventually we'll get an app where you go even there, you look the app, you know who send the bus they come, you go na the bus stop. We also get a monitoring system where they look at safety, where the bus they all get camera inside, we'll get a control center where they look at it. Then they all get GPS system, so they monitor the bus. So if there's any obstruction on the road, we can contact the necessary authorities for clearance. So now even then you they pay for time, you pay for convenience, you pay for predictability, you pay for safety. So they are fully insured. Passengers them know say if anything happened to them, they are safe. So if you now woman self it inside the bus, you get camera where they watch what's in the happen, both the driver and the passenger then. So that harassment they not go there, especially late in the evening, where the bus they go after 8 o'clock, say 10 o'clock, that 2 hours, you can get them kind of thing and they happen. So we guarantee people their safety, right? So in any situation, even me where they go tongue, right? I get a choice. Before the bus here can na keke have been the use. How I been the operator? I get the driver, the keke rider, I pay them for a whole day, the equivalent of what they pay master money. So waiting they happen, in they go work. And they make extra. But me, when I want to, I just the call I pick me, carry me go. So we get different choices. Just like where some people prefer Okada, some people prefer Keke, you know. But then the thing going at the top where the people concern is now this revision of the routes, which I think say government don't hear it, but also even if they allow people in a Wilkinson road, not to all man go there, you know, because if you don't get proper transport, we get them on the road. If government want to be strict, because I don't work in several African countries, for put the standards where the bus there for good. I can tell people and say 90% of the bus, the public transport, not go meet that standard, and then go get for go off the road. And we don't do that. So we don't pull nobody in business. So I talk now as a consultant, because obviously, when we begin on as Metro, we go get for compete with the one them. So you either pay 5 leons or you can pay with 10 leons. You know, now just like where some man can afford Pambodi, as the other man say, some man go afford Bodos, then some man go afford Cimentos. So you get choice. So why extend the choice and people the ability to pay? Now then the meeting say, now the whole issue. But the government, they listen.
Bring you back to the issue of shares, where you start for explain earlier, where people where they watch with this morning don't get clear understanding how governments trade with tuna, where come inside, able to get shares and save the management of the bus them. So then shares there are so where we they talk about. What's in the total money value in loans? And how una be able for buy them shares there so or the one way buy the shares them and whose bank then be deposits them money there.
Okay, the bank where they use na Union Trust Bank. Okay, let's explain how we come up to the shares. Right? Government look and say, right, for Metro where we form, we get for sure say we financially viable and we responsible. Right? So then calculate 3-month cost of operations, which is at the time with the consultant, I know of that because I was part of it, which was $150,000. Say for 3 months, even if we don't earn money, we go able to operate the bus then. So now on that basis, they allocate shares to the stakeholders them. But that's stage one. Eventually, we will increase with fleets. We will forget and look at how we do shares them and get a public issue. I can assure you now, say, I get a lot of people in the diaspora who don't contact me as well as Salon for buy shares. Also, the partnership now between people in a Salon and abroad. I get people in the diaspora who say, okay, we don't want to buy shares na Metro. What you want to do, we want to bring, like, we go put about 10 buses or 15 buses in a fleet. Then in a manager, then in a pay, like where they pay like lease hire. You see, so that way they will increase the fleet. And Metro one look and say, we get other routes they want connect from. We want connect strategic routes from that hillside bypass, say come up to Lumley. We also connect strategic routes that routes where they go through Regent, where they go through. So you get options. So you get a routes there way. Now routes there way traffic not the better, but they take a lot of number of people. And then the other small, the Poda then get other routes their way. We know they compete with them. So they can serve as feeder service.
So the question is, then shares there so where una buy, for example, you say the drivers union get 30% shares. In money value in Leons, what's in the cost? Now the question that they will ask you.
Okay, let me give you a question now because now I'm not getting my calculator, right? If you take 30% of the shares, right, 10% of 150,000, now 15,000. So if you take 30%, now 45,000 in dollars, yeah. So you go get forget the exchange rate. We are thinking round about now the dollar now 24 leons or 22 leons. So you multiply that $45,000 day by 22. So I should say if you get people in there and where they listen, they can convert into leons for me. But we look at in dollars then because the boss them value that dollars. So we'll get for pay back to government. Even with the company, we'll get for make sure say what would they pay them what in government they give it in leons is equivalent to the dollar value because we get for replace them boss then they and bring in new boss and we will need money for buy them. Now we investment plan. Where they work with the banks, then the government they assist with for let the banks then go help. We so go buy more boss them. With this time, we're not going for rely on World Bank. On we business plan, we care we buy we own boss them. We get banks the way they talk to already and put on the road where it completely owned by Metro. So that's the incentive.
For do with money business, avoiding conflicts of interest and personal interest also. Una take into consideration involving motor drivers union, keke riders, poda union and all of that. Giving them shares na this business. Una not think say then they seek their own personal interest based on the feedback them we don't get from Monday to now. They know they go get back to the membership for ensure say they seek their interest, rather they seek them personal interest for get money. Una take that into consideration.
Okay, let's give you an example of now Poda and Boss Owners Association, right? You get people that when are members of that association, they will contribute money for letting them go able to buy their shares. So at the end of the day, when we pay the dividend to the Poda Association, they go now pay the people that when are the members, they will invest. Passenger welfare, that's what they do. They get individual members them, we buy.
They say conflicts of interest because few they were able to afford for buy shares. no mean say the larger membership able to afford that. Even the east part of Freetown, if you take the concern where don't come up from when they comment say the old road where they say like where government say let them use, say now they not make dates. But the membership they way for advocates for them. But the head of them, they part of this corporation where it go get shares there. So as far if na myself, as far as you go concern, the money part of them, now there you go focus instead of preaching for let you people them get what they supposed forget. The conflict of interest in this.
Me not see any conflict of interest. I will tell you why. Right? Because these people are shareholders, but they are not part of the management. So we get a company where they manage them. Being a shareholder is the only side where they now the board, when at the board now the strategic decision making. So I don't think there's a conflict of interest. The point is when they talk of say, now the idea say, they self, their own communication. For instance, I don't deal with motor drivers union, right? Let me tell me, say the tower they do the review, say they get 83,000 members, right? So what you been expect from them, ideally, if they like when they collect membership fee, because then they collect membership fee and then pack everything every day, they collect a lot of money. Anybody know they can. So that membership fee they in bulk in then before you go through that system, they raise the capital, we go benefit every member so that when they shares they will pay them dividend, the dividend now goes trickle down to the individual members. So now then are the people them we get for do that. Not so we as Metro, right? If few people them buy, if now so they make them, few people them buy, that not then self exclude their own people then, not to government, not to Metro Transport.
As a result of the $50 million grant where government gets from World Bank on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. Now Salon people le money this. Now government don't call them boss here. Then they do trade with people that will get money for buy shares, for operate them boss there, so they don't go into agreement with the private company and serve that of SLRTC. The question now is, now, other they monitor now in all of these trade agreements, so now they do so with government for make sure say Salon people we get this $50 million grant where World Bank give. They really benefit from this money. Let not just be say now business as usual between UNA and the government.
There are three ways of monitoring. The Public Transport Authority. Now, authority was set up by government like a regulatory body. Just like where you get NATCOM for telecommunication, where you get Airtel and all Orange, when they monitor them for say they meet standard. Now, the same way the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority go monitor we and all other operators. So then they monitor we on one side. Then also we as Metro, as a responsible company, because the Public Transport Authority gets a toll-free line where they will get for you 0909. So you can call them and complain and everything. But we say at Metro, we get a line now when at 074 500 500. Right? We will take calls them, but eventually we say we'll get a toll-free line. We let people that when a call center want let people that make them complaints, let them give their suggestion, let them tell what's in the no like, then we will respond to them. So you get different way. And even the civil society people them like the way they did, we welcome for them, and we're in a private company, right? Which means we are registered under the Corporate Affairs Commission. So anybody can go and ask under the freedom right to access information, because we get to produce annual reports and financial statement, we will get independent.
I ask you this question of monitoring so that the people, the Salon people, when I then get this money, this $50 million grant where World Bank give, go benefit. And now, according to you, you say they get representation in the monitoring system. Not on the first 10, this government, they can't bust them. Then barely they run for 6 months, they don't broke down, go pack them at SLRTC compound, they don't the maintenance, then say they don't rot in. This 50 new waka fine bus them. How una go put the interest of the salon people them when I then get this money in terms of the monitoring aspect? Una not go put on our own trade and shares no more when una don't buy for ensure say una make una profits then and the people their losses.
Okay, let me make a complaint. In the past 20 minutes happen when I will not do anything. In the past, governments na referee and player. SLRTC na they procure them buses here, then they operate them in competition with the private sector. Now, under the new system, we get a public transport authority. Government know they run bus, so they compete with we. You know, the competition are among all private operators, and where we get for meet standards. Where then standards and they, it means we get for apply for operators license, we get for look at, then get for look at vehicle safety, then get for look at maintenance. Your system we get for maintenance, get for look at your insurance. I think say what two people and they afraid for anything they know they realize. Say them put the way and they take way and they say cheap. Now risk. Because most of them are third party fire and theft. Ask anybody, me don't tell I can tell people and now I know because I do the research. When you get third party fire and theft insurance, the liability is less than $500 from the insurance company. So Boku people like go.
Victor, you didn't say this because you get shares in this business where governments they do it now with the new bosses, or is it in the interest of the people because them put away they talk about third party agreements now, they don't take them forever.
Take one meet clear. Me as Victor Mengot, not get a single share in that company, right? And nobody know they pay me. So I don't get financial interest. Now make sure they bring me as a neutral person. So that is what clear. And when they talk and say the people they get for monitoring, the public reports we as a company, if we not provide the level of service or we do anything where driver abuse the privileges them. So now then are the referee, but also we as Metro, we they make it open to all we users them because one provide proper service. We go get a toll-free line where people then go call, they go contact we if they get every concern, and we go respond to them. And we go use several platforms. We go use a call center, we will get social media handle, and also we'll get the customer complaints department. So with people, let them make you
for the between at the program. We go come back to you shortly. Let we come back in our studio. As we still get Tony H. Lincoln, we come out from the Civil Society Coalition on Accountability and Service Delivery. Earlier, you begin for states on your own self-dissatisfaction as civil society. When I don't monitor these past few days, when they don't begin do the test run and the free ride when they get to passenger them. We don't listen to Victor. It don't give away a lot of revelation how they come into a trade agreement with the government, or able for buy shares, buy shares. But one thing where don't they come up now, the people are your interest in all of this. Salon people and get this $50 million grant where part of our government use for go buy them bus here. Government buy them bus here, then say if they can do trade now with certain people that will get shares. How una as civil society were responsible, especially in the area of accountability and civil service delivery, go monitor and ensure say salon people they really benefit this grants what they get from World Bank?
Yeah, thank you very much again. That's one of the reasons why we register with dissatisfaction. We are key in this whole process. And in terms of accountability and service delivery, governments need to be accountable to the people because, like I mentioned, these grants what they get now on behalf of the people of this country. And how we do the process there, even also not even the transport sector. Civil Society Consortium for Accountability and Service Delivery will monitor all government ministries, right? Because we have to ensure that what's in due the people, then get them. The service where government want to provide for the people, then get them. So part of the thing where we even engage or we register, we want to be involved in terms of doing some community engagements then. Let we really sensitize people then about this process. And of course, a happy way the consultants don't mention, they don't listen, and I believe they go for review this process. And one of the things that we go for they do, of course, we go for develop checklists, right? We go for work with a lot of people. Then we go for even write these bosses them, because there are certain things and when they happen. If you not get hands on something, you don't really know what to really go on, right? So we go for the move around. We go for continue for listening to views of people, right? How do they look at the bosses, the challenges them, and we go for even look at the relationship between passengers and the conductors, the drivers, all entirely, even in terms of the handling of those bosses them, because we want to ensure say them bosses here no come and can wreck the car them that happen, because we see a lot of bosses they come in, they really go far, you see the park, so all the issues are here.
You think say anything different good for come out after them test run where they stop today? Because even before the bus and they begin on the other day we been get the president for drivers union at the studio, we make and clear say even before the bus and they begin on, when government said they divert drivers them for begin use that old road, then being as drivers union they make a known to them say that road they bad, they need for go pave day before the driver they begin use it, but up till now nothing has been done. Yeah,
the government are listening government.
How you know?
Because they listen to the views of people and they get some changes that can happen. Because a lot of things don't happen, we are in concerns, they come in from citizens, they can review them, right? And this is a test case. I believe it is not written on stone. Amendments will happen. And of course, the consultant will begin mention around looking at vehicles, looking at the license them, they go allow, they don't go allow all. You see? So, those issues I look a little bit, something will run through my mind, you understand? Right? That's like a slap in the face of the vehicle examination body or whatsoever. Because them vehicles, they don't apply their route here. So is it that they don't go through the process then? That's the question, the thing where they just ponder me. You understand? Right? So it's like they're not going to go through the process here when they use the routes here. So now he mentioned say they have to be scrutinized. You see? So like they're not going to go through the process. Look at licenses, look at the right to use the route. Yeah. But I believe say that can be reviewed.
All right,
you see?
Anthony, continue for the program. Well, people that don't send plenty message them from where we begin this conversation this morning, and as all them we want for push inclusivity. Una say for the na house, una office then is una the watch we proper for the we get on our voices them inside the program. So we'll go take some of the text messages then now where people don't send na the program this morning. The first one they take now Facebook page, they come out from C4D Voice Media. They say keep the ball rolling, Liberty Online TV. As you address happenings of the day, you are gradually becoming the best. Thank you for updating Sierra Leoneans with issues of the day. Thank you very much.
All right, this other one on the Facebook page again, Farela Dira and Kuka. It say Victor Temtranga na the country, so this 10,000 leons too much for the poor people then.
From Ronald Beresford Ignatius George Stone, they say people are afraid of change. Sierra Leoneans must realize that this is the 21st century, not the 1900s. Most private vehicles don't even comply with traffic rules, and every passenger knows it. Some drivers will take passengers halfway, extorting money from passengers who will have to pay another fare to reach their destination. Now it's not fair for passengers, is it?
This other one from Melissa Kaba is say if there are many routes, why did government not use them?
All right, at the canal now we YouTube page is they come out from Fuad Camara from YouTube. They say these buses are private ownership or government. If it is the government, the transport fare must be more or less than private. Oh yeah, Salona country.
This other one again from Farella is say I hope say plans and they in place for give road to the mayor for clear the streets, for for clear the streets for give road to the bus driver them. Look like Lumley totally unacceptable street trading.
All right, from Abubakar Bar, now YouTube page, sorry. He said, Victor, if this project fails, you will be one of the people responsible.
Roland Beres for Georgetown at the Facebook page. They say government didn't buy the buses. They got a loan from the World Bank. You are giving wrong information.
All right, Alpha Bar, where now the drivers union, then president, say we are still in negotiation with the Ministry of Transport about the different routes.
George Al-Hassan Porter on the Facebook page, he said 10,000 leons is too much for the ordinary Sierra Leoneans.
All right, well, from their messages then they plenty message they don't come, but because of time, we're not going to read all. When they can out, so we guess them back for respond to some of the messages. Then when they go to Victor, where they with we on the line from the UK. Hello, Victor. You don't listen to concern they will come out from the public. You go just try for address some of them concern there, so we don't come in.
Yes, I don't listen to concern. I think one of the main concern of the people them. Now, this idea of the 10 leons, say 10 leons now hard times, a lot of people them not able to afford them. Yes, that we know. But in a situation where, as one of the callers then say, you get a system now, let people then be fair. The number of times where government the number of times where government don't caution some of them driver where they talk. They can begin and left you halfway. So if they even take you 5,000, they left you halfway, you go get for take another bus where you go or another transport where you go pay as well. I'm not saying that they all they do more, but some of them they do them. You understand? So when you look at what you they pay for, you they pay for comfort, you they pay for speed, you they pay for reliability, you they pay for safety. Because we go guarantee and I say, now fully comprehensive, we go insure them bus here, we go cover all kind of liability. The other thing, the man will say, if the TR fail, he go hold me responsible. Definitely, I like them challenge them. And myself, if he fail, I go hold the salon people they're responsible because they're not orderly, they not do things in the right manner, and now because now they get the boss then. Lord, be honest, now they get the boss. Even though now World Bank provide the money, now they get the boss then. Now they what they do it for. And let people then get away from this myth saying that government boss then they. Right? Government is only a custodian. The private sector, now they run this bus. And this now one great route out of, I can tell people them, out of over 30 routes in Freetown. So more needs to be done in public education and awareness. I agree with the civil society people them, say themselves need to be involved. We welcome their involvement. We need for constantly they engage the people and they talk the language they want. Because for the first time, I can tell you now, me come on this show. Yesterday I was another show till 2 o'clock in the morning. Me come on this show, I explain how Metro Transport Company form, how they operate, how they finance research. That has never been made open because we have been discussing with the ministry. So now for sure say the ministry not get no hidden agenda. We self now Metro Transport not get no hidden agenda. But I can tell people and say we welcome constructive criticism. We not blame anybody for waiting and the talk. The more than criticize we, the better service we will provide for the people of Sierra Leone. I thank you very much.
Thanks for you take your time this morning. Join we at the breakfast show, able for give with viewers them an insight to the different trade agreements them we are going to with the government of Salon. We will continue for monitor and from time to time when need be, we will bring you back so that you go can explain to people how far on they go for manage them bus there so that it will be ease for let people on board the bus them. Thank you. It's a pleasure for getting our show this morning.
Okay, before we go, if you can allow me, once you go assure people there, wait and say boss not the last. We get what we call a planned preventive maintenance system. We get enough spares, we get trained mechanics, which means then they check the bus there every morning, then they check them weekly, then they check them monthly, and also then they clean with the wash then a net, and we make sure say we get enough spares for run the buses. Then are part of the contract. So maintenance is central to we operation. So let me add that. We get a system and we can get people there for verifier.
We join with this morning from the UK for tell we more about waiting the government gets in terms of the trade agreements them. Quickly with the Canada studio to Anthony, with the wrap up the program now, how una go ensure say una continue for monitor and bring some of the concerns them and challenges they wanna they pick up from the people them to that of government.
Yeah, as civil society, we always ensure that we get closer to the people. We go for the listen to the views of the people. I want to reassure the people, say the government is a listening government, then views them, then concerns them with the channel them to government. And in terms of the sustainability of them buses here, we go also go for the continue for monitor the running of them buses here in terms of safety, in terms of availability, their timeliness, all those things. Then we go for the monitor, and all them views here, them concerns there, we go for the make engagement with the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, and we will ensure say then buses here then provide the service with the people they want, right? And as civil society, in terms of advocacy, let the people them get confidence in we continue to do engagement them, and we ensure say government will provide the service we they want. Let them restrain, let them reserve, they restrain them, let them manage them for now. I want let them know say the voice don't reach. Okay. Let them be things could change as we move along.
All right, many thanks. Anthony H. Lincoln, we joined with the program this morning. Can give we on a civil society perspective so far on the test run of the Waka Fine bus them, where government and other stakeholders them done they do, and the free run test run go done today, and from tomorrow now hopefully people will begin pay for the bus them. Many thanks, Anthony. It'll be a pleasure for getting you in the studio.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's a pleasure having me.
All right. Well, the rest of this conversation will continue na the night program where na 8 to 8:30 tonight. We go continue for look at this Waka Fine Bus them project. Well, many thanks to the production team and to we guest them we join me on this very important discussion, because so many people be want for know, especially from Metro Transport, where they operate them bus here, and when I don't get the information. And I continue for follow, like, and share all Liberty Online TV platform them as we continue for bringing una first-hand information on all the concerns them we una need for clear on our doubts. Until we meet again, Mabel Kabade say goodbye.
All right, viewers them, una they watch we from YouTube. Don't forget for subscribe. As you come online, they see the subscription button. Press that button there, and now you right hand corner you see a bell. Go there, press the post notification bell, so that anytime we come on, you will know say Liberty Online TV don't come on. Continue for watch we, continue for share all we programs them, so that more people will join the Liberty family for credible and current news where they happen na the country. Mena Khadija Bangura, they say have a good day.